Well, good afternoon. Let me see how this is going to work. You see, all these people have been asking me, what about this video? What about this video that you're going to do about all these tips and about all these insights and all these reflections? Well, you wanted it. Here it is. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you 20 of my top tips and reflections that I have done so far. You can take them, you can look at them, you can do what you want with them. These are the things that have helped me work. I'm going to give them to you, and then what I will do one at a time in my newsletters is go through each one and talk about each one and how I have put that into my life and how I have done it. But on each video I'm about to be doing from now on, I will incorporate one of these tips into each video to show you how I took this tip and made my life better. See, at bodyandmindredesign.com, I've been giving you videos saying, come see me, come talk to me, I'll help you. And people have been saying, well, where are these tips? Number one, I'm going to give you all 20. I'm giving you all 20 right now. See, I've whet your appetite to this point, but here are the tips. Number one, good diet. See, that's brain food, and that's body food. The good diet is what you need in order to get yourself into the position and your mind ready to start training yourself, to get yourself going. 2, rocks. I told you about my rocks. I'm talking about rocks, like a rock like this, or, a rock like this. Just a little rock. But these rocks, the ones that I pick up and I keep, each one of them's from a special place or it's been given to me. And we'll talk about that later. 3, structure. You have to have structure. You have to have a daily plan and you have to have a list. What I do every day is this. I get up in the morning, I go, okay, what am I going to do today? And it's usually the same thing. Bills, pills, wood, whatever. I get up in the morning, I do my water. Then I just go and I have a structure. We'll talk about that, how to structure your life so that you can put it into your life in a positive way. 4, you need self-reflection. Every morning when I get up, I think about what I'm going to do for the day. And I plan my day like I just said, but this is inside now. Not just a plan, inside. What am I going to do today? And then, at night, what did I do today? And it gives you time to get into yourself and look into your heart and see what you really did for the day. Breathing. Breathing is so, so important. We'll talk about that in a deeper sense, but from the core, from the inside, not just your lungs. You have to have it so that your whole body wants to go. And that helps your mind as well. Next one is learn from your experiences, whether they're good or whether they're bad. See, a good experience, sure, that makes you feel good, you had a great time. But a bad experience, you should learn from those. Believe me. How do you think I got these 20? That's how many bad experiences I've had. But that's beside the point. Let's go on. See, remember this. Your mind controls the brain, and the brain controls the body. Now, what you have to do is you have to get all the excuses out of you. So get out of your brain for a minute. Get out of your brain and let's look at your mind to see what your mind has to do to tell your brain what it needs to do for the body. It's very simple. It sounds hard, but it isn't. It's really simple. We'll go over that as well. So now you have to train your brain to listen to your mind so that you can do it for your body. So you're training your mind to tell your brain what the body's going to do. And then you tell your mind and you trained your mind to tell your brain all the proper things to do so that you get the proper results. Next, start out small, really small, with self-positive reinforcements. Because you know why? Every time you win. You win. Get in the winning mode. Get going. Learn from your experience, and you take a piece of that learning experience that you didn't do right in, and you plant it in your mind. You put it in the back of your mind for future use. Because you're going to use everything you're learning right now. See, in your mind, you're going to have a book of new knowledge, all in your mind. Okay, next. You're going to move on to a next personal goal. You see, you got to keep adding, but only with positive energy. Keep those goals coming. Now, what you should also do is make sure that when you do this and you put all these goals and your plans for the day, you want to make sure that there's not too much, because you want to finish everything you start. That's what I mean by starting small. So you start small. Only have a couple things. And then you add and add and add until, okay, then you can switch them around. We'll talk about all this. There's little things. Okay, cut back to what you know you can do. Okay, just in other words, if you said, okay, I'm going to do 4 things this morning before I go to work, and you only did 3, well, cut back to 2 the next day and add 1. That'll make 3. You just won. Positive. Now, do you think you can do 4 the next day? No? Well, don't do it the next day. When you think you can add 1 to the list that you've already done, do it. You know why? Because you're going to win. Keep winning. And then what you'll end up doing, you'll finally drop all the old stuff that you were doing ahead of time. You're going to drop all the old plans from that external list that we're looking at now, because it's already going to be inside you. You're going to be doing it anyway, and it's not even going to matter anymore. So it's not even going to seem like it's extra. But make sure they're just everyday things. Nothing really big yet. Next thing we're going to look at is we have to keep the continuous learning coming. And it has to be growing from within. See, because if we're not using our mind. So we have to make sure it's from within that we want this to happen, and have our mind lead the way. Have our mind lead the charge to get our brain going, to get our body going. And then we have to help others. Help others physically or even emotionally. Make time for people over self. Very simple. In other words, if someone comes to you, don't make their problem yours, but help them. Next, take time for yourself to ponder how you could better yourself from all these daily experiences that you just went through. Now, is there anything you do different? If so, don't do it the next day. And the biggest thing of all, sleep. Do you know what sleep does to you? Sleep not only gives you rest, but it helps your body rebuild cells. And scientists today are finding out more and more stuff about sleep and stress and things like this that we're going to talk about. And I'm going to make sure that I put one of these, maybe two of them, could sometimes three, it could depend, into every one of my videos. So you're going to understand how I use them. So from now on, these videos are all going to be for you. And remember, not a doctor, no credentials, nothing written down, never been to school. I've been to the school of hard knocks, you could say. I've been through, and every single video here is from the heart. Nothing scripted. I haven't written anything down. Because this is all stuff that's happened to me to possibly get to you, to want to help yourself to get better, whatever it is. Remember, bodyandmindredesign.com. I have many, many different sites. I have dietary and personal care, drugs and opioids, alcoholism and addiction, cancer, and now suicide. Please go look at my videos. Follow me on Facebook, YouTube. I have a website. I'm going to have a newsletter. Make sure, subscribe to the newsletter. I'm going to explain every one of these tips in full on the newsletter. Only if you get the newsletter. So thank you. Again, this is a long one, but you have 20 tips now to look at. Let's do it together. Come on, give me a call. Give me an email. Get on my website. I want to help you. I can't help you until you want to help you. Now's the time. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Don't forget, I still got to do all this wood. 6 chord, it's going to be in there. Adios.